Bridge Man. You're at school, and it's the best time of day. Home time. You gather all your things and realise, oops, everyone else has already gone on ahead. I better catch up. But then, as you head out into the hall, you see something strange. It appears to be someone doing gymnastics? Not just gymnastics, but bent over in a bridge pose. What on earth? And then it happens. The figure starts charging at you like something out of The Exorcist, travelling at terrifying speed straight towards you on its hands and feet. What else can you do but run? Now, if you've seen The Exorcist, you might think you're doomed. After all, the sight of that possessed little girl spider walking down the stairs has traumatized many over the years. But take heart, because the Bridge Man, as he has come to be known, has one very large weakness, and that is, you guessed it, stairs. So, if you ever find yourself unlucky enough to encounter the bizarre man with a fondness for gymnastic poses, simply find the nearest stairs and head down. Although, this does come with a small caveat. If the stairs aren't very big, the Bridge Man can simply jump down them and continue chasing you. R.I.P. As such, there is one other method you can employ to throw this strange monster off your tail. It's said that if you run to the home ec and science rooms, stand between them and chant, "Help me, Botchaman," 3 times, the spirit of a boy who died at school will appear and chase the Bridge Man away. Because I guess he doesn't like ghosts. Understandable. Bridge Man is a rather recent urban legend, with his first appearance believed to be in the book Kaii Hyakumonogatari 8, which was published in November 2006. And these days, it seems he also has a female counterpart in The Bridge Woman. This flexible lady is said to haunt mountain roads, chasing after white cars. Why white cars in particular? Well, she was apparently hit by one, which left her in her bent-over state. Much like Turbo Granny, she speeds down the road, chasing after white cars, and when she catches them, she jumps on to confirm whether the driver is the same person who hit her or not. As such, as frightening as she may be, you don't really have to do anything should you encounter the Bridge Woman speeding down the road towards you. She'll leave in her own time when she realizes you're not who she's after. Unless you are who she's after. In which case, Godspeed. There's not much we can do for you now. Babasare. Babasare. I'm sorry to say, but you've now been cursed. You're welcome. Yes, all it takes with this creepy old lady is simply hearing her name. Once you are aware of her existence, she will appear at your house and start knocking on the doors and windows until she gets your attention. And should you open the door to this frightful lady, she'll lop your head right off with her scythe. I guess she's not big on being famous. Babasare is said to appear as an old lady wearing either something hooded or an old kimono. There's also a good chance her eyes will be glowing, and of course, she brings with her her trusty scythe. Being that the method of encountering her is so easy, you simply have to hear her name, dealing with her is equally as easy. Otherwise, the entire population would have been decimated by now. Sadako could only wish for such a success rate. Either way, if you wish to make the creepy old lady leave without taking your head, you only have to do one thing. Chant Babasare 3 times. That's it. When she starts banging on your door and windows, repeat her name 3 times and she'll leave. Because that's the pun hidden within her name, you see. Baba, of course, means old woman, and sare means leave. you're literally telling the old woman to go away. And that's what she does. Tales of Babasare have been around since at least the 1980s. And these days, she's popular enough to have numerous versions, variants, and even appearances in other popular media, such as Gakko no Kaidan. But just remember to chant her name 3 times, and you'll be fine. Probably. Injection Man. This guy's name pretty much gives away his game. What else would a guy named Injection Man do, other than, well, give you injections? Chusha Otoko, as he's known in Japanese, is said to take on the appearance of a guy covered head to toe in bandages, much like my beloved Tonkaraton. But unlike Tonkaraton, who likes to ride around on a bicycle and make people say his name, Injection Man likes to lurk behind electricity poles as he waits for his victims. Then, as he spots somebody walking by, he jumps out and suddenly asks them the time. As they go to check, he then jabs them with a needle full of poison. And that's it. He just really enjoys randomly poking passers-by with poison. As you do. To go with his creepy, almost stalkerish nature, he's also generally depicted these days as wearing a trench coat over his bandages as well. And his favourite targets are kids on their way home from school. It's thought that he's a somewhat modern yokai who came about because of people's fears of the medical industry. And of course, children's natural fear of needles. But it's not just kids. It's general human nature to fear being jabbed by something unknown. In many cases, such an incident can literally be life-threatening, so his existence shouldn't be a real surprise. Even more recent versions claim that the Injection Man was originally imprisoned by his own family in a cell in their house, and after he died, he came back as a vengeful ghost, or yokai, depending on the story, with a fondness for jabbing. No, I don't know how these things are related either, but that's how the story goes. Incidentally, I was also unable to find any way to deal with or even escape the Injection Man. It would appear that once he has his sights set on you, that's kinda it. You're just dead. I suppose prevention is the best method, and simply don't ever stop to answer anyone asking you what the time is, but that happens so rarely these days that it's not really a huge ask anyway. I mean, talking to other people? In this economy? Ew, am I right? But what did you guys think of this one? Are there any other legends, creatures, or ghosts you'd like me to explore? Let me know in the comments below, and if you'd like to help support this channel so you can see more content like this, please consider hitting that join button down below as well. Every bit of support really helps. Thanks guys, and I'll see you again next time.